Good evening and welcome to the Radical Sim Racing Round 2, live again from Rudskogen in Norway. I am James Parfitt. I'm going to be here guiding you through all the action once again here this evening. Now, I think, to be honest, Rudskogen has now become that we've been here twice already this week. We were there last night with the Americans as well, where Greg Seitz took the win, Lucas Vieira second, and then Simonari in third. For the second week in a row, that's been like that. Are we going to see that in the AMs and Pros tonight? Well, time will tell, but I can guarantee we're going to bring you all the action live on the JPB YouTube channel. So check it out, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the bells for notifications, give the video a big old thumbs up as well. But we are at Rudskogen here. The track was opened in its current configuration in 2012, 3.254 kilometers, 2.022 miles, and 14 turns on track. Now, what we have seen and what we have learned is it's notoriously difficult to overtake from here. Like, people have been really struggling with overtaking. Now, what we put that down to is the fact that the track itself doesn't have slow corners at long straights. So when you're coming off the long straight from the start line from turn 14 through to 1, you don't have any long corners to be able to make the move through. Now we're going to jump on board with David Rolliston here, and you can have a look and see what I mean here this evening. So as you come off here, unless you're tucked up right behind them, on the end of 14, you're not going to be able to pass them. The corner is quite fast flowing, and you go around again to the right hand side. Now this run from turn 2 over the hill, again, you have to be tucked up inside, and because this is such a fast flowing corner, there isn't really much opportunity, because we've seen people before try to go too wide through there, and the left hand person ends up over the white line. Now, one of the things they have to watch out for, and we are learning this as we go, this track is very slow down heavy. There's slowdowns all over the place. You seem to go off track and there's a slowdown. You run wide in turn 10, which is where David Rolliston is coming into now. You go over the white hand line on the left hand side, it's the slowdown. There's just slowdowns everywhere, and it seems to be that the slowdown is really taking a massive effect this evening, and has done over the last 2 series that we have broadcasted this week here on the JPB YouTube channel, with the Americas series from the Radical Sim Racing and the Radical Race series on Thursday. It was slow down heaven all the way across. Now we do have 19 cars currently sitting on track. We can give you a look at the current overall championship standings that is happening currently in the AMs. Jake, oh, nope, not that one. Bear with 2 seconds. Not quite sure why it sent that standards. Let's have a look again. As I stand here anxiously staring, thinking, are these actually the correct ones before I read them out to you? I will just double check that. I'm not entirely sure why that's come up in that way, but I'm going to have a look now and just double check that they are the correct standings that I have got in front of me. As I say, the no, they're not. I'm not quite sure where it's retrieved the standings from, but it certainly hasn't brought the right ones in. Give me 2 seconds, let me have another look just to make sure that I've not clicked the incorrect button. There they are. Okie dokie. So it had pulled the wrong standings in. We have now fully recovered the standings, so we'll switch over to the live screen so you can have a look. Okay, so the current championship standings are as it is currently on the screen. Diego Munoz is in first on 70 points. George Gonzaga in second on 65. Mats Lettners in third on 60. Gary Truby fourth, 55. Glenn Andre Christensen on 50. Johan Olmark on 47. Craig Gregory on 44. David Rollison on 42. Then we've got George Bentes behind in 9th place. Guy Robinson in 10th. Damien G in 11th. Russell Wooten on 12th. Gordon Haig down in 13th, Stefan Mellis 14th, Tom Weston 15th, Vigard Olsen Leah on 16th, Berker Elkin on 17th, and Stephen Kernick is currently down on 18th place. Then beyond that, we've got Vigard Helland on 19th, Didier Thurbal in 20th, and then we've got Jacek Zelenka in 21st, Janneman Pruis, Hugh Simpkins, Marigrig, Marnik Heister, Oliver Stonesrud, Sandra Capella, and Thomas Guttenmorsen, who haven't scored points as of yet. So in the current team standings, Radsport Sim Racing are top on 87 points. Team Slomo on 75. Team Slomo Gold on 50. Sim Racing Norway on 49. Tiger Tim 42. On Wheels TV on 38. Team Sim Racing Community on 24. Team Heap Together is on 17. So there we go. That is the current standings here this evening. And I think tonight is going to be absolutely epic. We do have 20 cars now on track, and I cannot wait to see how they get on with 1 minute 52 on the track. Good evening, everybody who is in chat at the moment. Mobile Gaming, Craig Gregory, Mike Brewster, Igor Martinez, Moopa Gaming, Mopa as well. How is your hamstring, if I'm not mistaken? Miles Owens jumping in, telling me to get on with it earlier on, so that was nice of him, coming into the commentary box and saying, go live, come on, live, let's go. So thanks there, Miles Owens. Much love to you. And I hope you're going to sit back and enjoy the racing that we've got going on for you currently at the moment. We have got free broadcast taking place tonight. We've got currently the European AMS, and then we have the European Pros, and then we go into the SRL GT4 straight after at about 10:15. So there's a lot going on here this evening, and you may want to stay tuned for that one because it's going to be absolutely incredible here tonight as well. So free broadcast back to back here on the JPB YouTube channel with myself, James Parfitt, in the booth. Now I will be joined by Mr. Dean Biggles after this one for the Pros, so there will be two of us in the booth for the Pros series here tonight as well, so stay tuned for that one. The schedule currently is looking like we are at Rudskogen on tonight, then we're at Circuit Catalunya, or Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya Grand Prix Circuit on the 20th of January, then we're in Mount Panorama or Barfirst on the 27th, then we're at Red Bull Ring on the 3rd, Alton Park Circuit International with no chicanes on the 10th, Legacy Silverstone Circuit on the 17th, and the Brands Hatch Circuit rounds off the season on the 24th. So stay tuned because there is great racing coming up throughout this whole season. We will be going into qualifying very, very shortly. So stay tuned for that one because it's going to be amazing. Here goes. Yeah. Here goes. This will be the one here tonight that's going to pave the way for the evening of racing. Qualifying is up currently as well. We'll pick up on Gary Truby will be the first man to kick everything off here tonight as well. So stay tuned, guys. As I say, settle down, get some drinks because we've got a lot going on here tonight, and just relax, enjoy yourself. It's going to be absolutely incredible. So much love to everybody that's come out, and thank you so much for joining us as well, because I don't think tonight's really going to disappoint you. I think you're going to be in for some incredible racing here this evening. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you sit back and enjoy it because, yeah, I'm sure I will be. How many drivers going to pick up slowdowns, James? All honesty, 5, I reckon. 5 drivers going to end up at least 5 with slowdowns. We'll know that instantly by the fact that all of a sudden they're dropping down the order. So we will obviously be able to pick up that they've got slowdowns. One of the things we do want to look out for, though, is how they deal with the slowdown. That's going to be the question. Not the fact that they will or they have got one, it's how they deal with it. Now, we discussed last night many of the possibilities of how they deal with a slowdown. Let's take you on a lap here on board with Damien G, and then we will get back to that story here tonight as well. Don't forget, I hope everybody as well, it's Friday the 13th, hope nobody has had any kind of funky things going on here this evening. I know my day was pretty clean, so that's all good as well. Touch wood, it will stay like that for the rest of the evening as Gary Truby goes round 3 and into turn 4, just wide at 4. Wants to be on the a little bit tighter in if he can. This is going up now through 5 and 6, and then the left-hander of 7 and 8. This is going to be the one that's going to cause the problems through 7 and 8 and off through 9. On that short little run down into the hairpin of 10, people are going to be wanting to try to make moves, and moves aren't always there, so they're going to have to be a little bit more sensible as we go around turn 10. Then we're going to come up to the blind 12 that's all of a sudden going to appear from nowhere. There it is. Turn 12, left-hander for Gary Truby. Gordon Haig is setting the lights. The timing tower light currently on the bottom of the screen. You can see he is in purple. Oh, Truby goes in deep, then runs it back round. How was Gary Truby going to do there? Jeopardise his exit a little bit. But he goes across the line in currently a 1:18.458. So Gary Truby, actually a 1:19.91, sorry, before he proceeds through. We've got David Rolliston is currently top of the timing tower. Rollo here as well for Team Tiger. Craig Gregory behind that, Monique Heister behind that. Now, Heister's already been in chat complaining about the fact he don't like the car, or he doesn't, or not the car, he doesn't like the track combination. He's not overly happy about it as well, so there you go. Hello there, how many do you think we'll lose in turn 1? Oh, well, that's an open conversation for the community guys, so if you want to have a go at answering that. I'm going to say 2. I saw 2 the other night, so I'm going to go with 2. Let's pick up on Gordon Haig. He has currently got purples across the board. Yellow in sector 3. Oh, he's gone round again. Nope, that's not going to do it. Can't do it that way, mate. Can't do it that way. David Rolliston, no, in front of him, he's going to be running round the line. No problems for David Rolliston here tonight. Rollo on a 1:17.855. Now the question will be how he gets off the line. Monique Heister on a 1:17.96. Olegon Ostens right there from Team Slow-Mo Gold. Currently going across the line as well is green across the board. Hugh Simpkins is back here as well. So welcome back, Hugh. Hope you're well. Olegon Ostens right there. George Gonzaga puts it on pole at a 1:17.585 at the moment. Now let's have a look at, yes, it's Zelenka. Or Zilonka, sorry. As he drifts around the final corner. There he goes, Zilonka here. (1:22.963). Clearly had a very slow one there for Zalonka, but hopefully he will get on and do a lot better lap after that. So let's see what happens. Gary Truby's got a purple sector there in the middle of 3. Let's see how he gets on as he goes across the line in 4. Gary Truby, 1:17.975. Monique Heister just stops there as well. He goes into the pit lane. George Gonzaga's going quicker again. Rollo swapped back on a 1:17.304. What's Gonzaga going to do? Oh, he's yellow in the final sector. Did he get it though? 1:17.635. He did not. Did not this time. Pruis here from Team Heat Together. He is currently down in 14th place, going green across the board, as is Olmark gets yellow in the end. Russell Wooten, the Australian, how Russell does this, I do not know, considering how early it is, or late it is in Australia. Actually, it's early, wasn't it? We worked out it was about 7 in the morning last week. So Russell Wooten here, currently down in 17th place. No real massive improvements. Got Damien G going across the line. He's going to be on 16th. He goes up into 13th for a 1:18.612. Wooten is purple in sector 3. So the Australian is currently flying. Going to put in hopefully a lower time than the 120s. Wooten goes into second on a 1:17.419. And I want to pick up Olegon and Stendrad as well. Stendrad here with two greens and a yellow. 3 minutes left on the clock. Simpkins has got greens across the board as well. Stendrad goes up into 7th. Simpkins goes on to pole. Pole position on a 1:17.291. Simpkins jumped in at the end on a 1:17.291. That's his 4 laps going to be done here for Simpkins. They do have 4 laps each here tonight as well. So Gordon Haig has got an opportunity, but well, lowest time 1:18.32 for Gordon Haig. So he's got to be able to try and do something here tonight. This is his final go. This is his final crack at the whip. His final run out. What can Gordon Haig do here this evening? Can he get an improvement on his 14th place? He was looking like he was going to be up the start for the sharp end of the timing screens. Green again. How far does he go up? Goes up into 6th. On a 1:17 there as well, Johan Olmark. This is his 5th lap, mind you. So there we go. Leanne Strachan, good luck to all. Good luck. Rue the Badger, good luck to all the racers. Yep. Let's see what they can do now as well. There's only 2 people. George Gonzagas, I think, is just driving around here. But that is the end of everybody in qualifying here tonight. And as we see Gonzaga just doing some practice starts as we wait for the qualifying results to come through. I just can't put it together. No. Currently down in 11th place, Mr. Heister. So be prepared, guys, as well. Down, Marnik Heister down in 11th. We are going to be going 40 seconds remaining. Can show you that on the left-hand side. 40 seconds left of qualifying before we kick in. Henning Haig, let's... Oh, you don't want that, do you? No. Please say no. You don't need me to say that. So, 17 seconds remaining before the end of quali, and then I'll bring you able to bring you up the grid here tonight as we see Johan Olmark. Right, the grid is come up now. Simpkins is the man on pole position with David Rollison in 2nd, Craig Gregory in 3rd, Russell Wooten 4th, George Gonzaga down in 5th, Gordon Haig 6th, Johan Olmark in 7th, Maren Grigic in 8th, George Bentes in 9th, Olegan Ostandrad in 10th, Marnik Heister down in 11th, Glenn Andre Christensen is in 12th place. Beyond that, Gary Truby in 13th, Janeman Pruis in 14th, Jacek Zilonka in 15th, Vigard Leah is actually a bit in the middle of that one as well, is down in 16th, Damien G 17th, Berger Elkhalid 18th, Didier Thobart 19th, Stefan Mellers 20th, and Stephen Koenig is down in 21st place. So it's Vigard Olsen Leah from Sim Racing Norway. But this man, Simpkins from MJX Racing here tonight, will be leading us off. And, well, I hope we are going to be prepared. We're just waiting for Vigard to get on and Stephen Koenig. But guys, get ready, because this is where it's all going to kick off from now. 28 minutes remaining. 3, 4, 5. We are go here tonight. And as you can see up front, David Rolliston has taken the whole shot. Russell Wharton has got second as well. Hugh Simpkins down in third. Oh, Craig Gregory and Maren Grigic nearly had a coming together as there. George Gonzaga in fifth. We haven't lost anyone in turn one. The only one we have lost is this man, David Rolliston. He has gone out of the blocks like an absolute rocket here this evening, and David Rolliston is leading us off. Olegon Stendrad, oh no! Stendrad and George Bentes there had it coming together, and now they drop down the order. Marnik Heister is down 6 on his grid start. He's all the way down, currently in 15th place. We will have a look at that one very, very shortly. But Russell Wharton in second, Craig Gregory third, Hugh Simpkins fourth, Grigic fifth, Haig sixth, Christian seventh, Gonzaga eighth, Zelonka in ninth, and Didier Thurbo is down in 10th place. Maren Grigic here battling away with Gordon Haig. Maren is in the 812. Hugh Simpkins, his partner, up front on the MJX there as well. See how these guys get on. Hugh Simpkins having a look back at Maren Grigic. Running for MJX Racing. They got lovely logos on the front of their cars, haven't they? Absolutely lovely. So lovely logos for the front of Hugh Simpkins' car there. As we go now, drop down to Gordon Haig. He's in the mix behind these guys, trying to chase them down currently at the moment. Rolliston is 1.6 seconds out in front. Gonzaga's been off track. Marnik Heister and George Bentes, I think, was involved in that earlier incident. And let's have a look back at that one now. As you can see, Stendrad on the outside. Oh, comes in deep. George Bentes goes round him. George Bentes doesn't go round him, sorry. George Gonzaga manages to go round him. Marnik Heister has another incident not long after that, and is currently dropped down at the order as well. So Heister down currently in 19th places. He's losing pace like an absolute trooper, so I do want to have a look and see what he's been up to, but he's losing pace quite quickly. Oh, that's Gary Truby and Damien G. Oh, riding too close for your own good there, sir. Got to be honest on that one. As we go back to live pictures, and David Rolliston out in front still. Sorry, there was a little bit of a stutter there. Zelonka, Olmark, Vigard, Olsen, Leah now on track, chasing down Didier Thurbo in front. It is the battle for 10th place. Zelonka in the 89 car, goes up the inside of Olmark currently at the moment, and that is Zelonka through up into 10th place. Olmark's looking at coming back though as he goes around into turn 7 and 8, but it is Zelonka out in front currently of that battle. Russell Wharton has been putting under pressure from Hugh Simpkins here. Simpkins run wide. Here comes Grigic. Grigic's going to make it through. Is Haig going to make him through as well? Running around through turn 12. But at the moment, David Rolliston is out in front by 2.65 seconds. He is literally flying away with this. There's just no parts of it here as well. Zelonka is now going up, having a go at Pruis in turn 13 and 14. He's going to be looking for this run down into turn 1. I don't think he's going to be able to get it, but he's going to have a good old go. He's tucked up right behind him at the moment. You can see him there. He's going to pull out to the left, to the right-hand side of your screen. He's gone in deep. Is he going to be able to hold it? Zelonka does hold it there, and it makes that move past Pruis. So excellent move there for Zelonka. And then Hugh Simpkins as well. Maren Grigic in front of him. Grigic is going rather close to Russell Wharton. It's going to be interesting to see how this one pans out. 25 minutes left on the clock here. Oh, no, 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 no. Big accident there. Zalonka, Pruis, Stensrad, Haig. Oh, on lap 4. And that is going around turn 8. That is unfortunate for Zalonka. He was doing so well as well. And unfortunately, they've had a coming together. And let's have a look back at that one, because I think that one was a big one. There is Zalonka in front. Goes a left-hander 7. Oh, goes in hot. Oh, and then everybody else comes around the corner. Stensrad involved in that as well. And then Marnik Heister just weaving his way through there. Marnik Heister does pick up and picks up some positions, but unfortunately there, that was all on Zalonka on that one. He's now being chased down the hill by George Gonzaga. Zalonka defending stoutly currently at the moment. So Pruis is into the pits. Janeman Pruis into the pits there. So he's going to be out down in 20th place. He will be out. So we'll see. I don't think he's going to make it back out, but Russell Wooten is under great pressures from Grigic currently at the moment. Gregory on a 1:17.489, fastest man currently on track. But Marin Grigic and Russell Wooten, this is a battle for 3rd place here. Is Grigic going to be able to get him? It's going to be an interesting one. Gordon Haig from Sim Racing Norway trying to battle the counterpart there in Glenn Andre Christensen. The two Norwegians together. Christensen, of course, from Team Slow-Mo Gold. Haig from Sim Racing Norway. They're going through turn 5 and 6 currently at the moment, and then they're going to be off at round 7 and 8, which calls ceremoniously for Zalonka, Pruis, Haig and Stensrad there as well. There's a lot gone on with Marnik Heister. We're going to have a look back and see what went on here, because he looks like he's caused some dramas further down the order. There is Marnik there coming round turn 11. He's going to drop it on the entrance into 12. Told you on that one. And then, for good measure, spins it up. What happens to Gonzaga not long after? I think Gonzaga did exactly the same thing. Dropped it on the entrance into 12. And Gonzaga and Heister did it together. Damien G, Gary Truby. The two Rad Sports sim racing drivers. Team orders maybe? Possibly, who knows. But Craig Gregory and Russell Wooden, the Englishman in front, being chased down by the Australian, being chased down by the German, being chased down by the Dutch driver of Hugh Simpkins. Gainers and losers on your left-hand side now, so you can see currently Didier Thurbolt is up 11 places. Damien G up 6 there as well. Elklid up 5, so, but at the moment it's Thurbolt up the biggest gainer so far here tonight as well for this first race. Don't forget, we have got the pros coming up straight after this as well, before we go into the SRL GT4 round 5. So make sure you stay tuned for that one, because that is going to be an absolute stunning watch, as well as Gonzaga and Stefan Melos. Gonzaga's looking at going up the inside as well. Gonzaga is down 12 places for George Gonzaga. Gonzaga down 12 places here this evening. And it started very early on for Gonzaga, I have to be honest. All the way down in lap 1, Gonzaga went off track. See how bad that actually was, because he went in too deep. That's how bad that was. And then Gonzaga just kind of had to sit there and watch the field go past him. So George Gonzaga, that's what caused Gonzaga's problem. Craig Gregory and Russell Wotton still battling it away, as is Grieg and Simpkins. These guys are together with Gordon Haig behind him. Gary Truby, Damien G, Johan Olmark, they're starting to come together very nicely indeed. Gary Truby over the back of Didier Thurbold currently as well as they go round turn 10. Dropping through, they're going to go up over the hill into 11, and that sharp 12 left-hander that's claimed the scalps of Marnik Heisner and George Gonzaga into that turn. But Truby is looking quick here. He's got to be trying to make this move because his teammate is coming, as is Johan Olmark behind him. And they've got 19 minutes remaining. This could be an interesting little four-way battle here. Depends if Truby and G are in the same chat before they sit back and go, let me have a go at him. Olmark sticks his nose out just to let him know he's closing. But Gary Truby, as the race is going on, looks like he's getting quicker and quicker and quicker here. Gregory and Wotton are still together. So Craig Gregory and Russell Wotton. Going into 18 minutes remaining. George Bentes going past Stefan Melis. Now on Bentes' list is Gonzaga, Stipkins and Haig. Around turn 10 they go. Those have been coming very, very close together. There's 3 real main battles on track currently at the moment. Wotton is there with Gregory, which is in front of these guys. And then we've got Simpkins battling it away with Haig. And then we've got Gary Truby, Damien G and Johan Olmark. I don't know really in hindsight, apart from what Craig Gregory is doing is absolutely defending his head off currently. There isn't really a lot he could do there. Is that back marker going to get out of the way? That's Stephen Koenig. Stephen there is currently down on lap 4. So hopefully he will remove that SR10 as quickly as possible. They have been told in the rules, which makes me so happy, that they do have to try and remove the car out of the way at the earliest convenience, because we do only have a 30-minute race here this evening. So Zelenka now is going back into the pits. He went off, Zelenka did on turn 8. So Zelenka on turn 8. And he has literally jumped to the pits. But Craig Gregory, Russell Wotton. Wotton's going to go out. It's going to be contact. Oh! Oh, man. That's... I'm not, hold on a minute, I am not going to turn around and put blame there, but I cannot see that that gap was there. This has gone to something completely different. This is what I want originally. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure there wasn't a gap. I don't think there was on that one. But that has unfortunately put Gregory all the way down in 7th place. Not entirely sure there was a gap there. Not needing enough to make a dive up the inside, I've got to be honest. But Simpkins, Haig, Grieg, Christensen. And then further down we've got Damien G. He has cleared Gary Truby. He's having a go now at Didier Thurbold in front as they come round 10, up the hill, briefly over to 11, dropping down to the left-hander of 12 before they go left for 13 again. Stephen Koenig still needs to kind of, I'm not entirely sure where he's going to slot in here for Koenig. He's kind of in a bit of a bad spot because the field is kind of coming on him. And unfortunately for Stephen Koenig, he is kind of being, well, dragged in it. And it's a bit of a shame, really, because it's kind of not really letting him get underway. But G has made his dive up to Didier Thurbold Is he going to have to be looking at giving it back though? That was an off track. Is he going to be able to get it? It might have just counted as an off track. He may have been lucky and got away without a slowdown now, but Thibault's coming up the inside. He didn't. No. Slow down for Damien G. He's dropped down back behind his teammate Gary Truby again. So Damien G lost 2 places there. Hugh Simpkins, Gordon Haig battling it out for third. .14 minutes left on the clock currently at the moment. And this is Gordon Haig from Sim Racing Norway. Hugh Simpkins in front from MJX. And then behind that we've got Maren Gregic. So an Englishman, an Australian, Dutch and Norwegian here flying the flag in the current top 4. Can Haig make this move? He's got a very good run through turn 1. I'm not going to say he's going to get there because I don't think he will, but he's giving himself a good shot. He's going up the inside of 3. Is he going to be able to hold it for 4? That's going to be the question. He does hold it for 4. Gordon Haig currently up into 3rd place. 3 on his grid slot currently at the moment. And that is Stefan Mellis in front of us. I know Stefan's going to try and jump out the way. Take the wide line round turn 10 he goes. Round turn 7 and 8, sorry. And that's as Stefan Mellis removes that car out the way. But that is Gordon Haig now. Can he move on? The question for Haig is, after starting down in 6th place, he's now up 3 positions, which is absolutely incredible. But he's now got to try and get onto the back end of Russell Wootton, and that's going to be a job and a half, that is, because from his perspective, he's got 1.5 seconds to Wootton. He's got 13 minutes remaining. Last lap time for Haig. We'll have a look as they come across the line now. Wootton was on a 1:19.24. Haig's last lap time was a 1:17.9. So about 1.5 seconds there as the faster lap time to the guy in front, 1.3. So he's pulled out almost just over 2 seconds in the last 4 laps. Can he catch Wootton? That's going to be the situation, and we'll see how it pans out. The gap is down to 7 tenths at the moment. I'm wondering whether or not Wootton's tyres have gone. I think considering Russell Wootton there was chasing him away earlier on, I'm wondering if he has burnt out the tyres, because Gordon Haig is coming, and he's coming rather quickly here. Gap's below a second now. Is he going to be able to catch Russell Wootton with 11 minutes remaining? He's taken out chunks, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Haig's coming down now for that run down into turn 1. He's going to go left. Then he's going to take the long right-hander. Let's jump on board for a lap with Gordon Haig. Battling, trying to catch up with Wootton. 3 and 4 we go. Going to see where he will be quicker. Wootton is slower in sector 1. Looks like he could be slower coming into 2 as well. Rolliston is going round turn 10. He's just going about his business. He's coming up to lap Jacek Zalonka. Wootton was 2 tenths quicker in sector 2. Haig is pushing. He's pushing like troopers here. He's trying to get Wootton, but I'm just wondering if he's burning out what he's got underneath him. Those 4 pieces of rubber. Damien G. Oh, right up behind Didier Thurbot there. We joined right at the right moment. comes Damien G. Nothing doing in turn one for G. Euclid has been off track again in lap 15. Let's have a look. Nothing doing at the moment. Going to check out the run round 3 and 4 with these guys, and then they are going to be wrapped together for a little bit. Yeah, let's take a look at Euclid's incident. It's going into turn 12, isn't it? Turn 12 is going to overcook it. Around he goes. That's allowed Bentes into 14th place. Something happens again there. He goes round again. Yeah, there was the second incident there from Euclid. Not the greatest, unfortunately, race for him this evening. One did get passed by Gordon Haig. Haig got a slow. Wooten got a slowdown. Wooten got a slowdown. And that's why he got past there as well. But he goes back up the inside of Simpkins here. And Russell Wooten back up into third place. But he did get a slowdown. That's caused him to lose that position to Gordon Haig. Damien G still battling away with Didier Thurbo. All right, 8 minutes left on the clock here tonight. We're currently on lap 17. Damien G, don't go too wide. Don't go too wide. Makes it through turn 4, coming into the left-hander of 5. G's got up the inside. He's looking to go up the inside. He didn't make it through 6. Is he going to be able to do it in 7 or 8? Damien G from Radsport Sim Racing here. Tucked up right behind Didier Thurbo currently at the moment. On this run down into turn 10. Is this Damien G's opportunity? The door's open. The door's open. Thurbo's going to chase. They're going to come out side by side. Oh! Didier Thurbo got his elbows out there. G should get the better run out of 12. That's going to allow G to come up to the... Is he going to take the inside into 13? There's no gap. They're going to go round. Damien G, Didier Thurbo goes round. No room. No room left at all. Damien G now goes all the way down into 13th place. There was just no room. Gonzaga. Truby's still going as well. I just don't think there was any room left here. Trying to get the left front suspension of Didier Thurbo. There we are. We're going around 13. This is where... Oh, there wasn't. There was no room left there. No quarter given. Not entirely sure if the door closed or whether or not. It might be better if we can have a look on board the chopper on that one with Damien G. Oh, George Gonzaga, Gary Truby. Gonzaga's got it in deep. Looks like he's another one that's just going to cop a slow down there as well, and he has. Gary Truby and Damien G go both through from going very slowly with George Gonzaga. So the guys from Radsport Sim Racing have got it all to do. Olegona Stenzelon is in the pits, which is a little bit unusual. But Truby and G go through, so do Olmark. Oh, no, 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 no. Gordon Haig's gone off track. Haig is down into 4th place. Gordon Haig there. Dropping down the order. Simpkins now with Wooten. Wooten seems to be back up into his 2nd place again. We'll have a look at Haig's incident in a little bit, just to see how this pans out here as well with Johan Olmark and Gonzaga. These guys coming around turn 7 and 8. Gonzaga in the yellow and black. Then we've got Olmark in the blue, white, and yellow. So come back down the hill into turn 12, into turn 10. off up that run up through 11, then drop down again into 12. Damien G has cleared Gary Truby once again and has got on his bike a little bit. He's opened up an 8/10 gap over his teammate there. Gonzaga and Olmark. Olmark's got a lot better run out that last corner as they're coming down now into turn 1. Is Gonzaga. Whoa! Okay. Olmark gained 2 positions there. I wonder if Truby did get a slowdown. Very bizarre, I've got to be honest. Because all of a sudden Olmark disappeared and then come back as well, which made it even more frightening. But let's have a look back at the Golden Hague incident here tonight. Oh, that's down in turn 3 and 4. Slow down and a spin for good measure for Golden Hague. So there goes Wood, there goes Simpkins. And we're back live with Gonzaga. 3:41 near enough on the clock, but there currently is your leader, David Rolleston. He's just coming up to lap 15th place in Berger Euclid. Rollo there has just done a stellar job. He got an absolute amazing jump out of second place. He got past and he was gone. It was almost like a see you later, take care, I'm off. So David Rolleston done an absolute stellar job here tonight as well. So consistent, not put a foot wrong all evening, and is currently leading the way with 3:13 on the clock as he's coming down into turn 10. Really could do without Clip moving out of the way, but he has got an 8-second buffer. But Euclid does, there we go, moves over and allows Rolleston through. So David Rolleston led from green and is probably going to lead all the way through to checkered as George Bentes battling it away with Gary Truby, turn 3 and 4. I'm wondering what's happened with Truby, you know, because he's going rather slowly and he's dropping down the order faster than me in a Big Mac. He's just plummeted. Got passed by Damien G, Johan Olmark, George Gonzaga, George Bentes, and now Truby sat down in 13th place. I can't see anything that really would have caused him a major problem, but I'm not entirely sure if he's running full pace here. For Gary Truby, but whatever's wrong, he is going rather slowly. As you can see, Bentes out in front from On Wheels TV. I wonder if Truby maybe just be struggling a little bit. He doesn't even sound like he's got full power. That's the problem for Gary Truby. But see how he gets on as we jump back up with Gordon Hague. Glenn Andre Christensen in front of us. Marin Grigic in front, Christensen behind. There is Glenn Andre Christensen from Team Slow Mo Gold out of the gearbox of Gordon Hague's SR10. We're not on the white lap yet. He passed it over the line with about 125 remaining. So it's going to be another, this one and one more before David Rolleston takes the final lap of the race. Rollo is coming down into turn 3 and 4. That's marked by the number 1 at the top part of your track map on the right hand side. So you can follow along and see how he's getting on. But at the moment, Hague, Christensen, and then further behind that is Craig Gregory. There is Gregory in the background. Of course, Gregory was involved in the incident there as well with Wootton. I'm not in. I don't know. I don't think there was a gap going into turn 12, and I don't think there was a gap that possibly should have been tried to be made either. But hey, as controversial as it is, I'm sure, but I definitely don't believe there was a gap there for Wootton to make it on Gregory here this evening. David Rolleston's going to be coming around taking the white flag. Here is David Rolleston taking the white flag lap. Final lap of the race for David Rolliston. Wooten coming across the line in second. And then Gordon Haig and Maren Grieget coming over the line virtually together. Barney, the flag bearer, they're waving the flag. Gordon Haig looks at sending out the inside of Grieget into turn one. He didn't. He also possibly needs to have been careful there, because it's whether or not not only did he get an off track, I don't think he got a slowdown for running that little bit into one, so he might have got away with it. Rolliston coming around turns 7 and 8. Haig now has got Christensen closed up behind him. Is he going to be able to take that out? Do you know what? I do wonder if he is driving to try and take off that slowdown. He's probably hoping he can get in round 2, round here, round 7 and 8, and then drop down into 10 before he's got to try and really take it off. But he's hoping he's going to be able to take it off early here. Grieget has just passed Simpkins. Down into 10th. Maren Grieget is overtaking Simpkins. Christensen, Gregory Haig did have a slowdown. He's dropped all the way down to 7th. He couldn't get it off quick enough. So there we go. But it is going to be David Rolliston coming across the line in first place. Wootton there in second. And Maren Grieget going to come across the line. Is he just? He is. Oh, Gordon Haig's up in the background. Haig, let's go. Of the car in the final turn and comes across the line in 7th place. David G. Didier Thirlbolt now having another battle here. That's got to be hard, you know, for G, because again, was he left the necessary room to go through that corner too wide? As we see Didier Thirlbolt to go across the line, and Damien G after that as well. Johanna Olmark, George Gonzaga. In the middle is George Bentes. Of course, Bentes was unfortunately privy to my commentator's curse last time out. But Gonzaga does come across the line now and be fine. Ola got a Stendride, Gary Truby. That's Stephen Koenig in front of us. There is Truby. Truby's gone down again. Prius crosses the line. Malice is over as well. So everybody has finished. Let's bring you up the race results here. David Rolliston is your winner. Russell Wootton in second. Maren Grieget third. Hugh Simpkins fourth. Glenn Andre Christensen is fifth. Craig Gregory sixth. Didier Thirlbolt seventh. Damien G eighth. Johan Olmark in ninth. George Bentes 10th. George Gonzaga in 11th. Ola Gunnar Stendrad in 12th. Gary Truby 13th. Gordon Haig 14th. Janeman Pruis in 15th. Stefan Millis in 16th. Berger Elklid 17th. Is Jacek Zalonka in 18th place. Stephen Koenig down in 19th. Vigard Olsen Lea in 20th. Marnik Heister down in 21st place. Not a good race for Marnix there at all, and unfortunately he dropped all the way down the order. But David Rolliston did take the victory, and that is absolutely incredible for Rollo. As we wait, just have a chat here tonight. And we'll see if we can get people into the booth before we jump into the pros. So don't forget, we have got the pros now for the Radical Sim Racing coming up right behind this event. So stay tuned for that one, because it's going to be another busy one. And here is the pros link. So we'll give them another minute or two. Let's see if we can get people into this booth, ready to go. See if we can have a chat with Dave Rolliston. I think there was mixed emotions this evening, but I am joined in the booth by David Rolliston. Good evening, Dave. How are you? I can hear you just fine, buddy. Well, okay, so tell me about it there. You got an absolute barnstorming start off the line, and then it was kind of all, well, I would say all done and dusted. But was it as straightforward as it seems? Because, you know, you look comfortable, not going to lie. Yeah, Russell Wood and Craig Gregory did have a coming together as well, and there was a few others, Gordon Haig. There was a lot going on behind you, to be honest with you, David, and at the end of the day, you kind of got to where you needed to get to. You got out in front, and then you kind of run away with it after that as well. So all in all, it wasn't a bad night of racing for you, really.
Very pleasing. No incidents, no slowdowns, just try to concentrate and get to the apexes. There's no respite on this track. It's a tough run because there's not a long enough straight to have a little relax. You're always doing something, it seems.
Yeah, and that's the thing as well for them, is that there was nowhere for anybody really to have a go because the straights aren't long enough with a slow corner at the end.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think
fast, slow corners,
overtaking's tricky here, so I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that. And you're almost reliant on the person in front making a mistake to allow you through.
Yeah, and there was quite a few people doing that this evening, Dave. Is there anyone, Dave? Congratulations on your win, by the way. You absolutely smashed it. Onwards and upwards to Catalonia. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before you leave the booth this evening?
Well, a couple. Get well soon. Colin Wynn, I know he's on the mend, and also Guy Robertson. Yeah,
Guy pulled hamstring, and Colin, not too sure if he's over the dreaded Ovid, is he, to be honest? But yeah, good, nice shout out to them too there, Dave, as well. So congratulations on your win, mate, and we'll look forward to speaking to you as the season goes on.
Thanks a lot, gents. Take care.
Right, there you go, guys. That was David Rollison. Sorry about the beginning issue there, but hopefully you managed to hear him for the end of his interview. But guys, we are going to jump over. Okay, let's bring in Stephen. Oh, steady. People getting excited here. Quick chat with Stephen Koenig. Stephen, good evening. How are you?
Good, and yourself? Glad I could make the race, actually. It was close.
What was going on with you? Were you late in, or what happened with you there throughout that evening, that racing?
Well, here in South Africa, we suffer from load shedding, which is another word our power supply can't keep up with it. So we've got rolling blackouts. Unfortunately, I had a blackout just before the start of the race and got in a little bit late, but happy that I finished and a lot higher than I thought I would be, and scoring some valuable points. So I'm quite happy with that. And having my teammates out on the circuit was just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Janeman Pruis there as well, finished in 15th place. But look, Stephen, overall, quite an interesting night of racing. Before you leave the booth this evening, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, just a shout out to all the spectators. Thank you very much for joining. To you guys in the commentary, it's not an easy show. To all the drivers and admin, thank you very much. To our sponsors and also to my teammates for assisting me. And it was very interesting racing on rev lights and not even hearing the engine audio. So, hey, hopefully next week even better.
Yeah, absolutely as well. Well, Stephen, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll look forward to having a chat with you next week, maybe.
Totally.
Take care. Right, we're going to have a quick final chat here with Russell Wootton. Russell, good evening. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. Can you hear me? My first time.
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, don't worry about that. How was the racing for you? What happened with that incident with Craig Gregory? That didn't look like, I've got to be honest, there wasn't a gap there.
Yeah, totally my bad. Yeah, just got a bit too close for him, close to him. Yeah, my apologies, Craig.
Yeah, well, as I say, overall, though, second place wasn't too bad as well. Up 2 on your grid place from 4th. So a good evening of racing for you as the evening went on for you, really. You got caught up, then, the incident with Craig, and then back in front. And, second place isn't a bad place to finish this circuit.
It's much better than what I was expecting. I thought I wouldn't go well at this track at all, to be honest. But yeah, so very happy with second place.
Yeah, absolutely as well. Russell, thank you so much for joining us. We've got to get on into the pros there, buddy. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before you leave the booth this evening?
Yeah, just all the drivers and welcome me aboard. Yeah, it's been good so far.
Awesome stuff, Russell. Well, thank you very much. And we'll look forward to having a chat with you as the season goes on.
Lovely. Thank you.
Take care. Right, that was Russell Wooten there as well. Thank you for everyone that's joined us this evening. But we have got to get on and jump over into the pros. So, guys, as always, I look forward to speaking to you all very, very shortly.